Good evening, world. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. It is Aloha to with me, the survivor of the great hurricane of Hawaii, Edwin Boyette.
Aloha. It is beautiful doubly beautiful to be with you this evening, dry and well.
He's alive! Alive! All right, let's go. Here, grab up some. All right. Wow. Yeah, people have been talking for a while. Holy cow. We've got a whole.
And sorry for the delay there. We had to work out some technical things.
Remember, Mike, this is a safe space. Okay, guys, thank you. Pros punching down has sort of a double meaning tonight. Oops.
Oh.
So do you know the whole thing that happened, right? On the other
I
stream
don't. I was
with Doug.
no.
Oh,
I was
you
kind of
don't?
no. Well, somebody told me you might have been catching a little bit of heck, but I was trying to get ready for Aloha Hour and was cooking dinner and such, so I didn't get to catch all of it.
Well, I still haven't got my Indiegogo money, right?
Wow.
And so I'm really like I don't try to let stuff like that stress me out because that's not trusting in the Lord and everything. But I don't have any extra money like at all right now. And
Right.
and so Doug was like writing me about not about boycotting Will. And I'm like, I'm not boycotting him. He's like, oh, have you funded his project yet? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, you're boycotting him. And he's just, stop it, Elijah. It's not the time, dude. And he's just like, just writing me about it. And I just, I got really, really mad, and it just boiled out of me. And I'm just like, dude, I can't afford to feed my kids if I don't get this damn Indie. I didn't even get the words Indiegogo out of my mouth. I just freaking shut down, and my kids gasp in horror. I have never, ever. My wife was like, I have never even heard you say that. And we've been together, for 20, 25 years.
Well.
Yeah. And so it wasn't what Doug was saying. It was the fact that I did that. And it was the fact that, we are, I'm the example of God in my children's life. I'm the father. And I it was too much. And so I shut off my camera because I started crying. I hugged my kids and I apologized and it was all because of the whole Will Callaghan thing. And I understand what Doug's saying, and I don't blame him because it's my sins are my own. But that's why the punching down thing has two meanings, because and granted, I was punching in self-defense, but punching Will is punching down.
Yeah, probably so.
And a friend of mine was mentioning that he has other friends who suffered from Gulf War syndrome, which is what Will has. And he says that he sees that kind of erratic, unreasonable behavior from them as well. And so, it's probably not PTSD, but it is something specific and detrimental from Gulf War syndrome that can cause someone to sort of just lose a grip on reason and just kind of, blow up at friends and see any sort of little disagreement as persecution or whatever, because Doug was making good points that he was being so unreasonable that it wasn't rational, um, and yeah, I know Will called me a liar, and that's usually my tipping point to just cut off a friendship, because it's a personal. I don't know if did we talk about that earlier?
A little bit, a little
Yeah.
bit. That being called a liar was a
Yeah,
particular.
it's like McFly being called Yella. you know, in a, you know what I'm talking about?
So
Being called a
yeah,
chicken. That's like my thing. It's like, you call me a liar, you just ended our friendship. And so
not all topics are appropriate for Ethan's stream, because Ethan's stream is a performance, and sometimes it's a circus. And one guy was telling me, Edwin, every time you come on here, you talk too long. One guy in the chat, and he was nice about it, but I had to think about that too, because I'm like, man, am I being too serious, and am I doing too much mic hogging on Ethan's stream? And I had to give that some consideration, particularly because it's one of Ethan's consumers, and so I didn't just dismiss it. I've been thinking about that some. But not all topics are going to be appropriate for Ethan's stream, because they're not necessarily going to be taken with seriousness, or with serious is not the right word, but with consideration.
gravitas.
Yeah, gravitas. And so, one thing I've learned through life in general, and through my time in the Army, if you put a man under enough pressure, he will break. And that pressure can be acute pressure that comes upon him all at once, or it can be creeping or incremental pressure. One thing adds to another, and when the burdens become too heavy, something gives.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
It was.
whether you look at it spiritually,
it's just
yeah.
I was saying the other week how I come on here and I reach. There's 154 people in here right now, right?
Yeah.
We get up over 200 people. I have our videos reached, sometimes close to 2,000 people. The responsibility of the words that come out of my mouth is greater than just me having a conversation. The responsibility of me being an example to these guys is the most important thing in my life. It's paramount.
Mhm.
And me blowing that, I'm going to become a freaking meme. Me blowing that, it was just.
So here's what I would tell you as your friend. You're under a lot of pressure. You're putting a book together. You've been working your face off, right, while streaming. You've been dealing with your mother's particular medical issues, right? Participating in this in Comicsgate has a lot of stress all by its own, right? And then top that off, you've essentially been working for free for what, 4 months? When's the last time you got a check for DC? But by the time you got the check from DC, that had already been spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
a lot
longer
of
than
things.
that now. It was 4 months when I started this thing. It's been like 6 months now.
So all conflict is not profitable, right?
Yeah.
And so sometimes when people come at us, do you want to win? Do you want to blow somebody out? Do you want to show them?
Elijah, close the door.
Sometimes we have to disengage from these conflicts. And truth be told, I don't want to beat a man up. If I have to contest with him, I would rather try and change his heart and mind. When, and so sometimes, particularly when you're under pressure, you've got to be careful about avoid engaging yourself in some of these avoidable conflicts. And maybe you're angry and you want something you can control, and you've got a quick wit, right? And so you want to impose your will on a part of the world because the rest of the world is imposing its will on you, and it's not fair. But sometimes you just have to take a breath and do what's good for you so you can do what's good for your family, right? If you want to be a good shepherd, if you want to be a good shepherd, you also have to take care of yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to. You're right, though. All right, can I share with you now? Can I share my gravitas?
Yeah.
I have over 40 people messaging me every day, thanking me for something, telling me they bought something on my recommendation. Sometimes it tards me out a little bit because I think like I say something and people are taking action on it, and I have to be very careful and think through stuff if I recommend stuff or I recommend somebody or how what I say is going to impact somebody. Dude, somebody made this fan art for me, which is bizarre to me. Like anything like even close to celebrity is like bizarre to me that somebody would find me important enough to. It's not exactly it because I mean I value myself. I'm
It's
not.
done out of love. People love
It's
you,
done
Edwin.
at a, but it's at the same time it kind of blows me away. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, you're an important face in our community.
Let me show you this. Let me show you this because it's or show the chat this because it's this guy did so much work and this is
Ah, it's cool. Let me click it. There you go, man.
yeah.
You should make a shirt out of that.
And
The
so that
Edwin shirt.
I don't know where to put this stuff. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, it is flattering, but at the same time, somehow it
Shoot.
seems
You know what? We got some super chats flying by here. Creepy little book for $5. Don't beat yourself up, Mike. You're a good dude. God knows your heart. Darn it, I missed another one. Oh, I thought there was two green ones. I guess there's only one green one. All right, let's see. GRP poll, Canadian $10. Here's a donation for your bad night. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, is it? Oh. Guys, if you want to help me out, like just right now, I don't even have the faintest clue when this kind of money comes in. The donation button is a much faster way to get me anything. And it's my birthday on Sunday if you want to throw me a toss me a birthday present and help me out. It's the stress. I'm the Indiegogo money's right there somewhere. By a week from today, I should have it. Just the getting there that has been stressing me out. On top of everything else that Edwin was mentioning. So I will get notifications on here. I'll if you want to put a note in there, I will just read those off as if they were super chats. It would just be it would help me out a lot faster than the typical super chat. So if you guys would be so kind, I'd appreciate that. And thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Yes, it is really Sunday. My birthday is Sunday, and I won't be streaming on Sunday, so you can't wish me happy birthday then. You're gonna have to do it tonight or maybe tomorrow. They'll stream for me.
You ready? You ready?
What?
I've got something for you.
Okay, what?
This is Ephesians 4. This I say therefore in testifying the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of God through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feeling have given themselves over into lasciviousness, to work all lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. But ye have not so learned Christ. If so be that ye have heard him and have taught by him, as the truth is in Jesus, then you put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. Be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth. Let no corruption proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sakes, have forgiven you.
Amen. Good stuff. That book. Where'd you read that? What book is that? I swear, I really wish they would teach that book in every public school. Not even necessarily as a religious document, just as one of the finest piece of literature in the history of mankind.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
And part of charity is to ourselves, right? If you could do it by yourself, you wouldn't have needed Christ.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I heard that.
Yeah.
So what other punching down has been happening in this industry we share?
Right. So your old buddy Eric Larson kind of got my dander up today.
Ethan's in the chat. Do you want to come on, Ethan, or are you working? Drinking. Me too.
I think John De La Rosa was in the chat also. John, are you still around? I needed a moment or two to focus.
Yeah, Ethan's been on for 5 hours straight. He probably wants to chill.
Yeah. Let's see if John De La Rosa is still on, if he's not drunk. Because he might have some insight on this. I'm gonna drop the link to. Let me drop the link to John real fast, and then we'll get on Eric Larson in Image.
Eric,
you published something at Image, right?
Yeah, Eric used to be a really good friend of mine. Oh, check my PayPal. Check my PayPal. I got something from Jim Reynolds earlier for $50. Thank you, Jim. You are a prince of a man. A prince of a man. All right. Donation received here. Let's check this.
And I'm just going to put this in the general. Is that all right?
Sir. Hold on. Oh, no, gosh. Wow. Thank you, Kevin. Is there a note? No note here? No.
You just ask yourself.
Yeah, right. No. Thank you, Kevin. $100. Wow. Thank you, man, so much. Ruben Leal. Thank you. Any note? There's no notes. I can't read anything. Wait. Oh, that was August. Okay. Thanks, guys. Oh wait, that's yesterday. Yeah, thank you guys for 270, but that was from August 20. Wait. Yeah, that's from August 21st. That was a week ago. But yeah, thanks, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. That will definitely help out. Immediate help outs are very awesome. Shoot, but I can't. I appreciate it. So go ahead.
All right, so I put the link in the group chat. So if John Delarose is on, he can get it and he can hop in with us. All right. So one of my friends.
August 4th.
And have we missed any super chats?
Maybe I need to refresh this. 14. 12, 18. Another one. Oh, there we go. Stephen Parker, $100. Wow. Thank you. Happy birthday, Mike. Isaiah 43:2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. Thank you. And $25 from Paul Hassett. Mike, I want to suggest an online Christian community called dadtired.com. And there is a link to the Facebook community that is a very encouraging place to be. All right, I'll check that out. Oh gosh, another one. And a super chat
to get that Comicsgate Alliance printed.
From Thomas Peterson. Mike, this is Sierra Whiskey. I'm a vet. Oh, I hope I didn't dox you. I'm a vet. USMC. Hoorah. 0409. I feel you did nothing wrong defending yourself. Being a vet or having PTSD is not a free pass to attack others. Doug Tenapple was wrong, and I hope this helps. Lone Star Squadron forever, man. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah Whiskey. I really appreciate it. Gosh, Kevin Brady, too. $100.
You just got
Oh, is that one from just now? Oh, that's the one from. Is that the same? A different one? Oh my gosh. And Ruben. Oh, okay. And Ruben.
Just got another super chat.
And I just got 2 super chats. Can you
Liam
read the super
says,
chats?
Bring me on. I think I might have some insight.
Liam?
Liam. I've talked to Liam before. He's a good dude from Australia.
Akashic Soldier.
Well, if you have if you want to bring him on.
Yeah, we can bring him on for a little bit, Liam.
What's the other one? The $5 one? Monster Forge, Mike. I had been wanting to get that Comicsgate Alliance print anyways. Right on. Thanks, Monster Forge. I appreciate that. Wow, you guys are super freaking generous. That's you just you took a whole level of stress away for me. So yes, thank you. Our fans are so great. The best in the world. In the whole wide world. Aussies represent. Doxed, baby, doxed. Sorry, Sierra. My son really looks like me. Dallas Deadeye, $5. Checking out your prints, Mike. That Soldier 76 print is sick. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone cares about me. Thank you. In all seriousness, Heroic Nico. In all seriousness, though, Ethan, if you get some time. Oh, he's talking to Ethan. USAF here and agree with Mike.
Let's see. You did catch Dallas Deadeye's super chat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. Thanks, everybody. You guys are the freaking best, man. The best. So did you take care of Liam? Is it Liam?
Yeah, and so Akashic, I want to make sure I'm not doxing him there. I sent you a link on Facebook. Yeah, it looks like he saw it.
Right on.
I know sometimes his internet connection is not too great, so we'll see how it holds up.
Oh, he's from Australia, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Look at that. You get to know all these people.
Dude, I meet I meet so many people every day through Comicsgate. I meet like 50 new people every day, and I feel bad that I'm not able to give people like enough personal attention. I'm unable to keep up with it.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of these guys are I mean, they're so regular. It's like they've become part of my routine, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, no, they feel like extended family because you see the same faces every night. You know, every night we do one of these, and we see the same faces on Twitter. You know, plugging away with stuff, and
Yeah.
you feel connected to people and responsible for them.
Yeah, and a lot of them, you know, they pop in. They come in during the day. I don't know. Do you guys not work? I mean, you'll show up anytime I'm on. It's so weird. It's like you'd think people have to go to work and they're not allowed to be on the internet all day, but man, these guys are always right there. We found the land of retired comic fans.
We'll see. Podman says Australia isn't real. Hashtag flat Earth.
Yes, I forgot to bring up that argument. That was fun. I wish I had like because I haven't watched those videos in forever. But I wish I had just like brushed up on them before I did that. So I could have made
Well,
a
I'm
more
sorry. I'm
convincing
sorry
argument.
if my counter arguments weren't very good. I'd never thought about arguing against a flat Earth.
Liam, what's
Hey.
up, bro?
Can you hear me? Is my mic working?
Yeah, you're good so far. Hold on, somebody wants to see what I'm working on. This I drew during Ethan's stream. It's page 30.
Nice.
Killing a vampire, and then sticking him to the wall. So always fun. Trying to do fun, interesting stuff with this story. So anyways, Liam, introduce yourself.
Hi guys.
Liam?
But
Okay, your mic is bad. It's like,
Well, I think his mic is good. It's just his connection is poor, unfortunately.
oh really?
Yeah.
just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Give me a second.
You got it.
Yeah. He is a good guy, and I talk to him pretty regularly. He's working on a project of his own. He's making some good progress. Let's see, and we have a $5. We
Yeah,
have a
read that.
$5 super chat. This is from Megatron 451 for $5. Nice of you to stop by, Megatron. I'm retired, 21 years, Marine Corps. I'm up all night. Thank you for your service, brother.
Hoorah! Awesome. Yes, thank you for your service. Thank you. I love how many servicemen and vets support us. It's humbling, you know.
How am I doing now? Is this any better?
There you go.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better, brother.
Awesome. Thanks. No, I think the mic on my computer's broken. I just wanted to come on.
I gotta have.
because-
Hold up. I got
Sorry.
a $350 happy birthday message from
Wow.
Peter
That's
Thomas.
awesome.
Wow. Thank you. And $50 from Neville Bain. Best, your biggest fan. Look at that. You, Liam.
Oh, that's awesome. 350 bucks, man. That's great.
Thanks, guys.
That
Holy cow.
got blunted. Who, and hopefully we're not doxing somebody. Who was the person who gave you $350?
Peter Tommen.
What a hero.
Okay, I recognize that name. That is a good dude. Yeah, I know who he is.
Wow.
Peter, thank you very much, Peter.
Unbelievable. Thank you, man, so much. My people love me.
Uh, but I'm gonna bring down some of this positivity with a little bit of negativity because I'm terrible. But so yesterday I was talking to Will, right? You guys saw that. I was added by him, gosh, probably a week or so ago, and I saw him complaining about having problems with his book launching. I felt really sorry for him. So I tried to give him a bit of a boot up the arse, being like, you can do this, you're not going to quit, you're going to push through, and, we're all going to look back on this and have a laugh over it, because
Mhm.
we've all been in hard spots.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him just the other day, like just yesterday, whenever it was, having another freak out about Comicsgate, I thought, like, what's going on? So I tried to reach out as a Christian one man to another, because he was talking about God, and I wanted to try and help the guy. I legitimately wanted to try and help him, and I was met with aggression and hostility. And I thought, like, what's up with this? Like, why are you being this way? Like, I'm coming to you saying, like, what's going on? Trying to be a peacemaker, trying to work it out, and be reasonable. And it was just needless aggression. And then a couple other people jumped on and were taking shots at me too. And I'm thinking, like, I'm not fighting with you guys. Like, it made no sense. It was completely irrational. And as the conversation went on, and as I learned Mike's side of things as well, I came to think that a lot of his religious talk, and this is probably rude for me to do, was more about moral grandstanding than it was genuinely being a man of God. Now I'm not saying that he's not. I'm not saying that he's not a Christian, but I'm saying that
we gotta be real careful there. And I'm going to
that's
say this to
definitely.
you
I'm
as a
definitely not
Christian
saying
to
that
a
he meant an
Christian.
atheist or anything like that. That's not what I meant.
Here's what I'll tell you. Here's what I'll tell you. We've been
Yeah.
told that we can judge each other, well, not judge each other, but we'll know each
Mhm.
other by our fruits. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I would never, I wouldn't want to venture into that space questioning a man's faith. I
Yeah.
think,
It just seemed to me, Edwin, that the man had no reason, as far as I could tell, not to stand with his brothers, not to stand with us, unless there was a political or other reason that he wasn't revealing, whether he's working with someone, one of his artists, or someone else that doesn't want to be associated with Comic-Gate. He doesn't want to out them, or there's something else going on that he doesn't want to stand up, but he wanted to benefit from what we're doing without any of the risk. And I don't think that's very fair when, I mean, I know that it's a little arrogant, but we're the good guys here. We're giving everyone a chance, and all you've got to do is stand up with Mike and just say, like, hey, we're Comicsgate. We're all in this together, you know? And he wouldn't do it. And he kept using God as a justification while acting really abrasive and aggressive. And
well,
it just
I think,
seemed,
I think he was speaking from a place of non-reason and
yeah.
distress and desperation. And it sounds like some people may have put some bad information in his ear, because when I talked to Will, and so I don't want to sound arrogant when I say this. When I talked to Will, he had never heard my name, and I am
Mhm.
all over like comics Twitter, Comicsgate. I try to meet everybody. I try to network with everybody, so I can put people together and help each other out.
Mhm.
And he had never sent me a message. We had never talked before the blow up, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I
so that
agree.
that makes me think. That makes me think, though, he had not oriented himself to Comicsgate.
No,
But
I agree.
beyond that, I'm not saying to excuse his behavior. Okay, I'm not saying that. But looking at the way he was speaking, he was not speaking from a space of rationality, right?
No. No. It's completely
Okay,
irrational.
so
Yeah.
from a space of mental distress and irrationality, and I, while I don't excuse his behavior, I don't want to kick a man while he's down, Liam. I just don't
I
want
don't
to
want to
do
kick
it.
a man while he's down either, but at the same time, this man, we're making excuses for this man because he's a veteran. I respect veterans. I have a
No,
great deal of
no.
respect.
I'm not.
But
I'm not
that
making
means that
excuses for the
he's got to
man.
have some discipline. The man was in the military. He should be at
No,
least have
Liam.
awareness about how he's acting, surely.
No, he doesn't. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but why? Like that seems really strange to me, especially
Well,
when like we're
Liam,
trying to help him.
That's what I was saying earlier. Is that I have a friend who said that he has several other friends who have Gulf
Mhm.
War syndrome, which is it's not PTSD. It's a particular affectation, I think, caused by some of the chemicals in the Gulf
Oh,
War,
it's chemical related. Okay.
and it makes them irrational. And I mean, like, kind of all the things that we're describing about the episode that he's having, and that it could very well be that he is having an uncontrollable, irrational
Yeah.
spell, or
And that's
however you
just,
might
it's
want
a
to say
really
it.
terrible situation. And I think that as bad as it is, it's been a little bit good for all of us because I don't know about you guys, but I've been looking a lot at the scripture about this the last couple of days. I've been giving it a lot of deep thought. I prayed for him. I know it's a bit sort of lame to say, but it's
No, it's
true.
not.
And I want us all to come out well. Like we all want the same thing. And, especially when I see other Christians, like, because for the longest time, I was in this world and it was just me. And people would make fun of me for my faith, and I couldn't find other Christian creators. And now Comicsgate is blown up, and they're everywhere. I've got like 5 different artists I could
We've
pick
been
from.
in
I've got a whole
hiding.
creative team. It's so amazing. And just before that, for years, I hadn't had anyone. It's just been me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this has been a great opportunity, and
Now you've got
we're
a
all just
worldwide
getting the
family.
start.
Yeah. And so here's
Right.
what I'll tell you, Liam. Here's what I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Either from an uncontrollable episode or from his own honest to goodness irrationality, right, or bad decisions,
Mm-hmm.
the man has put himself in pretty much an untenable position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, there is no upside from what he did today
Yeah.
because he started arguing with fans and consumers. He attacked people that we have affection for, and he made himself look kind of bizarre. And so I
Well,
just don't want
that's
to come at
why.
the man because, but
Yeah. Well, that's
he
why I
needs
was
he needs
wondering
to
if this
breathe.
was.
He needs to breathe,
Sorry. That.
and
Sorry. Sorry.
he's
Go
hurt.
on,
He's
Edwin.
damaged himself. He's damaged
Mm.
himself, whether because of his own choices or because he was in the middle of an uncontrollable episode. And
Yeah.
so,
And again, it's
so
the
his shame
conspiracy theory in me,
is
but it just
writ
makes me
large.
wonder
Sure, but his shame is writ large for everybody to see, right?
because,
And
like,
so,
it would stand to reason that the tactical move that people could make now, would be, and you're seeing it from a few of the littler guys in the grassroots movements or now in Comicsgate, is to say F Comicsgate, F all these guys, and say like, oh, we're against them, and kind of try and splinter off to get identity and attention that way. To go like, we were part of Comicsgate, and to virtue signal like we were, but we've broken away, and so support us. Um, I'm seeing a little bit of that
well,
on Twitter, little shadows of it, and that's what made me wonder if this was a
was a part
marketing
of that.
move to try and get attention for his book, to say like, I'm not with them, I'm standing against
Well,
them, but
I
like,
I think whatever his reasons are sort of irrational, or they're just reasons that he
mhm,
doesn't want to divulge, because I don't think his express reason of just saying, I only want to identify as a Christian, but then he identifies as a vet, he identifies as
mhm,
a victim of Gulf War syndrome. So he identifies as other things, but it's like he just wants to be. He says he wants to identify himself. He doesn't want other people identifying for him. But I just think it's an irrational
mhm.
Yeah,
position, but it's his own.
Well, that's just
And
to see that this is why I wanted to talk things through, because I was looking at it and I was just thinking like, is this, some 3D chess? Is this a guy who's like, okay, I've burned my bridges here and here. I want to get this, I can't get that. So I'm going to try this angle and try and market myself that way. And I just wanted to talk it out with you guys and get an opinion, because
yeah,
I don't know the man,
yeah,
I just know him
yeah.
from the brief conversation, well, the less than brief conversation we had,
yeah,
and I
this
didn't want
is
to unfairly brand him, but at the same time, I I've been watching a lot of envy. Envy seems to be the sin of the
Thriving.
day in our community. You know,
Well,
at the
as
moment.
a guy who freaking lost his crap today, I know Will, is under a lot of pressure and
Mhm.
personal situations and stuff at home. So I don't I don't blame him for losing his crap, but he has a very very short fuse in general. And so if you're not agreeing with him pretty much outright on anything, he will take any innocuous statement that is in the negative at all, and it becomes some sort of level of persecution or some personal attack. And I don't know if that's all part of the whole Gulf War thing or it's just him. I don't know what he was like before he went to war. So
Well, let me restate this in its entirety so you can understand it again, Liam. Okay,
Yep.
and so
Yep.
all right, and so I will say the man's name again in chat so people can understand how I feel about it. Will Callaghan. And so Will Callaghan said some stuff today that was he probably feels some shame for saying. And whether it was from a choice or whether it was from a point of unavoidable irrationality, right? This man has kind of blasted himself all over our space the last 2 days with these irrational and angry statements. And so, Liam, everybody has seen this now. And so this man has done damage to his reputation. And this is going to be available for anybody to find, to encounter. I don't need to pile any more stones upon this man or make any pronouncements about him because he's made life harder for himself, whether by
Yeah.
choice or inadvertently. I don't need to add to that.
Yeah.
Particularly if he is unavoidably irrational because of some medical syndrome, I definitely don't need to add to that.
yeah.
But he's spoken for himself, and so largely now that he's kind of harmed himself. And I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
Yeah.
when
Will,
he's when
if
he's
you
not in this erratic state, I mean, Will is a really good guy. I mean, I wouldn't be friends with him if he wasn't.
Yeah.
well, I just want to say then, Will, if you hear this recording, I just want to say I'm sorry, and I know it probably doesn't mean much, but I forgive you, and I think that you should forgive yourself. Um, I'm sorry if you've had to go through anything, but we're not against you, man. None of us were ever out to hurt you. None of us. And I'm sorry that all of this has happened, but only you have the power to change it at this point. You've got to take control of your life. You've got to sort of give us a bit of grace the same way we're giving you, man, because none of us want you to suffer, man. None of us do.
Yeah. Amen.
All right, buddy.
Okay, well,
Uh,
I'm going to
Sam,
take off and let you guys keep talking.
thanks,
But
Liam. I
I
appreciate
just
you,
wanted to
man.
come in and,
See you
Yeah.
here every night, man. I appreciate it,
yeah,
brother.
it's good to
Yeah.
finally meet all you guys,
Yeah.
like to get on and talk. So hopefully more in the future.
Absolutely, brother.
And hello to everyone in the chat. I love all you guys. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Worldwide family.
Peace.
All right. Let me catch this. Sam Buster for $5. Happy birthday, Mike. Thank you, Sam. May God keep you all your days and bless you and your family forever. Squadron ho! Say anything else? All right, and then more PayPal donations.
Wow.
You guys are. Wait, so that last one was 12. Let me see. Gotta be kidding. That's gotta be. What? 1222. Oh my gosh.
Sketch therapy says don't read his down notion out loud.
Douglas Billings. Happy birthday. It's my wife's also. Oh, right on. And he gives me $200. Douglas, you guys are trying to make me cry again. And Peter Mayer is really trying to make me cry. He said, "Happy birthday, Mike. Here's $500."
Wow. Wow.
Wow. You guys are. You guys are. You're killing me. You're killing me with kindness. I may have to turn my camera off again.
No, if you have to cry, you're just gonna have to do it on stream. And you're gonna have to be.
Is
me.
mommy watching this? Go tell her what's going on. This is insanity. Dude, I do. I get it immediately. It goes right. I have a PayPal card, so I can go to the store and buy whatever I need. And
yeah, if people bless you with stuff, if you're overcome with emotion, you're going to have to stay here. You can't run away from it.
Thank you, everyone, so much. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Mike should have Doug pick on him more often.
That's so cynical.
Oh, brother. I almost don't want to beat up on Eric Larson now.
I can go gentle if you want. And the reason, well, I had when we were talking about were talking about this evening, what our topic would be. Eric Larson from Image Comics hit out at one of my friends on Twitter, guy named Emerald Centurion, and he's a pretty level-headed person. And man, Eric has just been hitting out at people, and it particularly bothered me just because Emerald Centurion is a pretty level guy. He's not like some guy who's like, oh, all day long.
Yeah.
And you just, after a while, you get tired of seeing these arrogant pros think that they can just keep saying all this stuff over and over and over again, and then put out a hand. Also, it's like, what's wrong with you guys?
Ivory Tower syndrome? I don't know. Do they just think they're untouchable and therefore they can just say whatever they want and there will never be any repercussions whatsoever? Perhaps.
I don't, and maybe it's just people haven't reached that point of fatigue yet. Oh, did they want to say, all right, the little dog on my camera? If you're looking, all right, if you look up there, we have like crazy high ceilings, right? This is like a loft apartment. We have crazy high ceilings, so we stack stuff up, and so that is all the dog food for our little dogs and our roaster and Tupperware and such. That's why I have a little dog on my head.
Yeah, the placement is just perfect. It's the perfect tangent line.
Let's see if I can get it. So there we go. There's a little dog on my head.
Too funny.
Yeah, we've got two little dogs. We've got a Chihuahua Terrier who is about, well, she's 16 years old. And then we've got a dog we got from the shelter. Earlier this year, we had to put the little dog had a sister. So the dog we have is called Lola. She had a sister from the same litter called Lulu, and she had cancer in her face, and it was just really bad, and we had to put her down. That was hard, man. So we got another dog from a shelter, Wiggles. And she's a great dog. She is just like clings to my wife so much.
We've seen Wiggles.
well, when they found Wiggles, she was on the street, and so she was living real hard. And we think she was beaten because she is literally terrified of people. Yeah, but she loves my wife. I mean, just like clings to my wife. Great dog. We call her Wiggles. When she sees my wife, her tail will start wagging so hard that from like head to tail, her whole body is just like she's a little wiggle worm. So that's why we named her Wiggles.
That's great.
Yeah, she's so joyful.
So, what all did Mr. Larson say?
Okay, let me pull this up.
Wait, what is this? What is this? What does that say?
What are we
Like
looking at?
Robux, PIS. What does that say?
PLS,
PLS.
please.
Micah, Robux, please.
Robux?
He wants Robux. What?
What are Robux?
Robux is digital money in a game called Roblox. It's like,
has your kid been watching too much of the EVS stream?
I guess.
Save our boredom.
Save our boredom.
Let's see. All right, so let me pull up this thing that Eric Larson said.
I just got the check for Horsehead Man a couple days ago, so I haven't shipped it out yet. It's right here, actually. I just showed it to Micah, actually. But yeah, it's in a tube. Horsehead Man, right there. Oh, okay. Let me click on that.
Let's see.
Ooh, that's not good for the.
Yeah, it's pretty bad language. Are the kids still in the room?
Turn around, Micah. Because I don't want you reading that stuff. Because it's 12:49. Go to bed. Go.
All right, you know what? I can read this without reading the profanity. So this is Eric Larson, and he said this dipstick is incapable of stringing a coherent sentence together. Whines about other people getting hired to write comics. Film at 11. Now the original tweet was from Emerald Centurion. He's on Twitter. I've been friends with him for about a year. He's a good guy. And this is in relationship. I guess it was a Kurt Busiek post, right? And Kurt Busiek is like a huge troll too. He says, hey, also for those complaining that a black woman broke into Pro Comics when she had mostly nonfiction credits and awards, prestige, and an audience, as if that's disqualifying. I broke in with mostly nonfiction credits. So did Neil Gaiman and Stephen Grant. And so so what they're talking about here is Dr. Eve Ewing, and this is the person who's going to be writing.
The poet.
Yeah.
She's a poet.
Now, her tweets like on Republicans and Trump voters are horrible. She calls everybody like white supremacist and horrible racist people. So she's got this same language, right? Go look up some of her.
Read Emerald Centurions out loud because
yeah. We will see how the sales do. We will see how the sales do. You want her, you got her. You set this character up to fail, and when this crashes and burns, you'll as Cash put it, cry. Oh, as Johnny Cash, right?
It's not a broken sentence. It just doesn't have the proper punctuation.
Yeah, and it may be just the number of characters. He may have just had to fit it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it though. I mean,
so Eric apparently couldn't decipher that. So I would say that has more to do with Eric's inability to read than his inability to write.
And let me see. Let me go back because I'm sure 51 likes, and I'm just curious what sort of people would like this. As Eric. Just looking.
Yeah, Pixie Snow says missing two commas. OMG.
Yeah, the regular cast of people.
Joyce Chen. That's Arthur Adams' wife.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she's a very left-wing person.
Yeah, I recognize the name Ron Lim.
Oh, I can't believe Ron did.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, that's not Ron. That's not Ron.
Well, he calls
That's a
himself.
different, no, that's a different Ron Len.
He calls him a SJW. Tony Gallardo, I recognize that name. Proud father, atheist, writer, bad hombre. Okay.
Bad hombre.
Bad hombre, huh? Yeah, so kind of
My thumbnail is the Robux sign right now. What did you guys do?
It's on there, it's not there.
what did they do? Yeah, but
No. Oh, the thumbnail. And I get it. That's funny.
But so same old stuff. Image Comics, and Eric Larson's the one who made fun of Christians at Easter, and pushed out that pervert comic book.
Yeah.
I wasn't buying a whole lot of Image, but I don't think I'm
But
going to
let's not
buy
forget
anymore.
his practical kitty porn spread. That was the most disgusting thing I'd ever seen in any comic. Frankly,
Yeah.
pornographic or otherwise. That was so freaking vile.
Savage Dragon is the rowdy reptile is just kind of it's porn now.
Yeah, there's a reason that thing can't sell over 4,000 copies anymore. It's absolute trash.
Yeah.
No one should ever, ever, ever buy another copy of Savage Dragon again. In fact, I should go find my trades and frickin' stick them in Shreddy.
Hey, Emerald Centurion's in the chat. Hey, Emerald, I hope you didn't mind me shining a light on you. I was just kind of upset. I was kind of upset that when Eric Larson from Image Comics decided to punch out once again, it was at somebody I knew personally and was one of us from Comicsgate. And you've always been kind of level-headed and even-minded, and so I didn't want to leave it unanswered. And I'm at the point now where I will not buy another comic book from Image Comics as long as Eric and these clowns are putting this stuff out. They can do without my money. Not just Eric Larson stuff, but Image as a company in its entirety can figure it out without my money.
Yeah. And you know what? If any of you have recently decided that Eric has gone just a step too far and you no longer want to support him, he's on Twitter. Let him know your decisions. Don't just silently walk away. Let him know that what he has done in his personal, private, or in his public tweeting, in his opinions, in the absolute vile trash he's been putting out in Savage Dragon, let him know directly on Twitter that you used to collect and you're done. And you're never going to pick up another one of his frickin' crap books again. And if you decide to leave Image for the same reason that Edwin just said, let him know. We don't want him to think that the stuff that he says, the stuff that he does, is without consequence. And in the way people think is that for every one person who says something, there's 1,000 people who think it and aren't saying anything, right? So if a number of you go on there and just straight up let Eric know how you feel, then he'll get a pretty good message.
Yeah.
I mean, don't make stuff up. Only if it's true. Don't lie on my behalf, please, ever.
Yeah, and Emerald Centurion is right here in our chat. I've been friends with him, been talking with him on Twitter for a year now, and he's Christian. He's been very consistent. He's always very level-headed. He's not somebody who's just getting in arguments with people all day, every day. It's just not him at all.
Yeah.
And so to see one of these weirdos punching down at him again, hey, I'm Eric Larson. I'm the publisher of Image Comics. I'm going to tell you what's up. And then I'm going to get a bunch of weirdos from all these other different, all these freaks to pile on you and call you a dummy and I call you this. No, thank you. There's repercussions for that, right?
Yeah. Hey, 218. This is about as high as we've ever had. 219. Look at that. People are coming in.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much tonight for your generosity to the
Yeah.
Miller household. And that was a beautiful thing. And
Yeah.
this is the amazing thing about these people. And so people who tell me that like Comicsgate is a hate movement,
It's a
these
love movement.
these people are insane that think that. Because I've met so many beautiful people, so many amazing people, so many creative people in Comicsgate, who just like bless me with stuff every day, like all these well wishes, these messages. It's amazing. It's amazing. And so can't let some of this stuff stand. When they come at one person, we gotta push back against that. Doesn't mean we have to be brutal and savage, but we have to push back against that. We can't let that stand unanswered.
The truth in love.
Yeah.
Always speak the truth in love. Well, I guess it's 1 o'clock here, so I probably have to wrap this up.
Oh yeah. Well, we kept you up late.
But wow, was it worth it? You guys, I love every single person who is part of this community, but I especially love the Lone Star Squadron because you guys are such an amazing blessing to me and my family and to Edwin. And I really can't thank you enough, not just for what you've done tonight, especially for what you've done tonight, but just for how you've been here with us and for us this entire time, and how you've spread the love and brought new people in, and just everything you've done. I could repeat it 100 times, but you guys are the best. We love you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again.
Yeah. Why don't you take us out, Edwin?
Okay. Wherever you're at in the world, whoever you are, whatever your job is, whoever your family is, whatever your education is, it doesn't matter. Okay? Whatever your burdens are, be the best version of yourself that you can be at that particular moment. And show the people around you as much kindness and grace and mercy and compassion that you can. Because the place in the world that you stand, the place in the world that you stand becomes a better place because you stand there, right? And so thank you. Thank you all so much again for having the opportunity to share this evening with you. And until we meet each other again, I wish you a good night and aloha.
Lone Star Squadron. Dismissed.